Hello everyone, welcome back to our basic AI/ML video series by Code to Enhance Learning. I am Aniket and today we are moving on to our third lesson, the hydration reminder. In the last lesson, we built an emotion detector. Today, we will see how AI can help us with something very important for health, staying hydrated. We all know that drinking enough water keeps our body healthy and active, but still, we often get busy playing, studying, or working and completely forget to drink water. Now, let's pause here for a moment and think, what could be a simple solution to this problem? How can we remind ourselves to drink water on time? You can pause the video and think about it for a few seconds. I hope you have thought of some ideas. Maybe a reminder on your phone, a water bottle with an alarm, or even a small gadget that alerts you when it's time to drink water. Interesting, right? Now let's see how can we create something similar and make it fun to use. Let's be clear about our goal for this lesson. The objective for this lesson is very simple. We will create an artificial intelligence based Scratch application to identify your hydration level based on temperature and physical activity. This app will take two inputs, the temperature around you and your physical activity time in minutes. Based on these inputs, it will tell you your hydration level, whether it's low, medium or high, and remind you when it's time to drink water. Let's understand how this application works. In our hydration reminder project, the user first enters two pieces of information, the temperature and their physical activity time, into the Scratch interface. Behind this, we have a machine learning model that we built using machine learning for kids. This model has already been trained with lots of examples, so it can understand different combinations of temperature and activity levels. When the user enters their details, the model quickly predicts the right hydration level, whether it's low, medium, or high. This trained model connects to Scratch through special extension blocks. Based on the model's prediction, Scratch then shows the result that reminds you whether it's time to drink water. So through this project, we were learning how AI can take real-life data, analyze it, and give useful suggestions in a fun and interactive way. Before we start building our project, let's do a small fun activity together. Here's the activity. I want you to imagine a doctor, someone who is very skilled and saves many lives. Close your eyes for a few seconds and picture this doctor in your mind. What does this doctor look like? What is he or she doing? Now, take a moment and draw the doctor you imagine. You can draw on paper or even visualize it in your head. Great. I hope you have all imagined and maybe even drawn your doctor. Here are some sample pictures of how different people imagine doctors. Some drew a man wearing a white coat with a stethoscope, and some drew a woman doctor. There's no right or wrong drawing, it's just interesting to see how everyone imagines differently. This small activity helps us realize how our mind uses imagination and past experiences to make decisions or recognize people. Let's talk about something very important, which is called bias. Now, let's think about the drawing we just made in the last activity. Most of us might have imagined the doctor in a similar way, maybe a man wearing a white coat and a stethoscope. But have you ever thought why? It's because of what we see around us on TV, in books, or in real life. That's what we called a bias. Bias means having a preference or an unfair idea about something or someone, often without realizing it. Our brain quickly assumes things based on what it has seen before, even if that's not the full truth. Now that we understand what bias means for humans, we will soon see how it can also appear in machines that learn from data. We just discussed how bias can shape our thoughts. Now, let us understand how bias can appear in our daily lives, sometimes without us even realizing it. Let's look at a few examples where bias can affect real-world decisions. In job hiring, A recruiter may choose someone just because they went to some college, even though others are equally skilled. While shopping online, you may see only products the website thinks you want based on your age or gender. On social media, you might only get news that matches your own opinions, so you don't see other perspectives. Even when choosing friends, people sometimes pick friends based on how someone looks or talks, without really knowing them. These are all everyday biases, and it's important to notice them so we can make better, fairer decisions. Now, let's see how bias can also appear in machines and affect the decisions they make. To understand this better, we are going to watch a short video by Joy Bolambini. She is a computer scientist and researcher from MIT, and in her talk, she explains how computer programs or algorithms can sometimes treat people unfairly without even realizing it. In the video, Joy shares her own experience where a facial recognition system could not detect her face just because of her skin color. She calls this problem the coded gaze, which means bias hidden inside computer code. That's why she encourages all programmers to build fair and inclusive technology that works for all people. So now, pause this video for a moment and scan the QR code you see on your screen. It will take you to Joy Bolambini's TED Talk video. Watch it carefully and then come back here to continue. I hope you got some amazing insights from Joy's story. Now let's move ahead. We just explored bias in real life. Now, here we know about the bias in AI. So, bias in AI happens when the data is not balanced. For example, if we only train a voice assistant with adult male voice, it might not understand children or women's voice. To reduce the bias, we need to diverse and balanced data. Means, make sure the AI learns from different people, place, and situations. Next is, test the AI with different inputs. Check if it gives fair results for everyone, not just one group. And then, ask questions and review results. Look closely at the AI's answers and ask, is this fair for all? Remember, it's not enough to build smart machines. We must also build fair ones. Now, let's shift back to our project. At the core of hydration reminder is something called number classification. Number classification is a process in machine learning where a system is trained to identify and categorize numbers into specific groups or labels based on their patterns or features. For example, recognizing handwritten digits from 0 to 9 and assigning them to the correct numeric value. This is exactly what we will do today. Classify hydration levels based on temperature and activity numbers. Here, let's list the applications of number classification in machine learning. Refer to how computers are trained to recognize and group numbers to make decisions in tasks like handwriting recognition, number plate detection, and data analysis. Here is the list of application number classification. Handwritten digit recognition. For example, when we write numbers in exams, machines can learn to read them. This is used in scanning zip codes or answer sheets. License plate detection. Ever seen a computer reading a car's number plate? That's number classification helping in traffic management. OCR, optical character recognition. This is how machines read numbers from printed documents or PDFs, especially for bills or forms. Bank check processing. When banks scan your checks, they use number classification to read the amount. Medical reports. Even in hospitals, machines help doctors by reading test values, for example, sugar levels or blood pressures. So, the hydration reminder you will build today is another example of how number classification helps in practical decision making. So, today we are going to focus on experimenting. Experimenting means to experiment with the product. That is, develop the product a little, test it, and then develop it further. Experimenting is used in many places in our day-to-day life. For example, different ways to fold out clothes, different ways to solve math problem, different ways to play a game, different ways to cook a dish, etc. We will be experimenting while writing code for computer as well. We will keep on asking the questions below. What did I want to achieve? What different things did I try while making the project? what revisions did you make when things didn't work out. So, you should keep the above questions in mind during the lesson and note them down. We will recap these questions lastly. It is exciting to experiment while writing code. So now, let's learn how to start creating a project using the Machine Learning for Kids platform. To begin, go to the Machine Learning for Kids website and click on Try without registration as shown here. We will click on Try it to start the process. Now that we have reached the platform, let's begin creating our hydration reminder project. Click the Add New Project button. In the project name box that appears, type Hydration Reminder. This will help you identify this project later when we start working with Scratch. Next, we need to tell the system what kind of data we are using. Under project type, select Recognizing Numbers because our inputs like temperature and physical activity are all numbers. Now, click on the Add a Value button. This is where we define the inputs our model will learn from. Type temperature in the value name box and select number as the type. Repeat the same steps to add one more value activity, which should also be of type number. Then choose where you want to store your model. You can either select in your web browser or in cloud. Finally, click the Create button. Now that our project hydration reminder is created, let's begin training it so the computer can learn from examples just like we do. Let's now open the project we just created. This will open the full project view where we can begin training the model. In the project window, you will see a button labeled Train. Click on this button. This is where we will teach our model how to make predictions by giving it example. Then click on Add Label. So for these projects, we will add 3 labels: low, medium, and high. Once your labels are ready, you need to teach the model what kind of input leads to each. Click Add Example under each label and start entering combinations of temperature and physical activity. Before training our model, I first prepare all the data in an Excel sheet. Here, you can see 3 classes: low, medium, and high, based on temperature and physical activity. For example, when the temperature is 20 degree and physical activity is 0 minute, the body doesn't need extra water, so the classification is low. Now, as we increase the activity time, like 60 to 120 minutes, the need for water rises, so those values are classified as medium. And when the activity is very high, like 135 minutes or more, even at the same temperature, the hydration level becomes high, meaning the person definitely needs to drink water. In the same way, I have added all other values for different temperatures and activity levels to complete the dataset. These examples help the machine learning model identify patterns. The more diverse and clear your examples, the better the model you will learn to suggest the correct hydration level. Once all your examples are added, click on Back to Project at the top left. This will return you to the main project screen. Now that we have added enough examples for each, it's time to train our machine learning model and check how well it has learned from the data. On your project page, find and click on the Learn and Test button. On the next screen, click the Train New Machine Learning Model button. This will start the training process. Once the training is complete, you can test the model by entering a new example based on what it has learned. The model will predict whether the hydration level is low, medium, or high. Then click on Back to Project to return to the main page of our hydration reminder project. Now it's time for a practice task. You will create your own version of hydration reminder project by following the same steps we just learned. Start by creating a new project with the same name, hydration reminder. Add input values like temperature and physical activity, all as numbers. Next, create labels such as low, medium, and high. Then add 20 to 22 example combinations for each level. Finally, click the Train button to let the computer learn from your data. Now, let's bring our model into Scratch. Click on Make button, then Scratch 3 button, and open it in Scratch 3. Disconnect your model with Scratch and allow us to use AI blocks in our coding. Now let's prepare our scratch stage. First, choose a forest backdrop and then add any girl sprite which is act as a refresh ranger. Now let's build our hydration reminder program step by step in Scratch. First, let's start by dragging the when green flag clicked block from the event section. This block tells Scratch to begin running the code whenever we click the green flag button. Now we need two variables, temperature and activity. I will go to the variable section, click on make a variable and create the first one called temperature. Next, I will repeat the same step and create another variable called activity. These two variables will store the answers that the user gives us. Now, let's initialize both variables so they start at 0 every time the program runs. From the variable section, drag a set variable to 0 block and connect it under the green flag and change it to temperature. Then drag another set variable to 0 block and change it to activity. Now, whenever the program starts, both values reset to 0. Now, we will ask the user for the temperature. From the sensing section, I will drag the ask and wait block. I will type the question, what is temperature in degrees Celsius? Next, I will go back to the variables and drag set variable to answer. Change the variable to temperature. This way, whatever number the user types in response will be stored inside the temperature variable. Now, we will collect the second piece of information. I will drag another ask and wait block and change the question to how many minutes did you exercise? Again, I will attach a set variable to answer block, this time setting it to activity. So now the exercise duration entered by the user will be saved inside the activity variable. From the control section, drag an if-then block. Inside the condition, drag the equal to block from the operator sections. And then, place the machine learning for kid block, recognize number, temperature, activity level. This block looks at both inputs and predicts whether hydration is low, medium or high. Now let's start with the low case. I will set the condition if recognized number equals low. Inside, I will drag a say block and type your hydration level is high. You can drink water after some time. To make it more engaging, I will also add a say to voice to alto and a speak block with the same sentence. This way, the sprite not only shows the message but also speaks it aloud. Now, I will add another if block for the medium condition. This time the sprite will say, your hydration is okayish. You can drink water in a few minutes. I will again add the voice block so the sprite speaks the same line. This gives feedback when hydration is at a moderate level. Finally, let's handle the high case. I will add another if block if recognized numbers equals high. Here, the sprite will say, your hydration is low. You should drink water now. And of course, the speak block repeats the message with voice. This is the urgent reminder to drink water immediately. And that's it. Our hydration reminder code is complete. Now let's test it. Suppose I enter 35 degrees Celsius and 40 minutes of exercise. The model predicts high hydration need and the sprites say your hydration is low. You should drink water now. Perfect. The program works exactly as expected. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the process of experimenting in this process. The first question is, what did I want to achieve? Well, the goal was to build an AI-based Scratch application that predicts a person's hydration level based on their temperature and physical activity. In simple words, I wanted to create a fun and interactive tool that reminds people when to drink water and help them stay healthy. Then, the second question is, what different things did I try while making the project and did it work? So the answer could be, I trained a model in machine learning for kids with 3 levels, low, medium and high hydration levels. After that, I connected the model to Scratch, added sprites and used machine learning blocks to show predictions. Next question is, what revisions did I make when things didn't work out? So the answer would be, I improved the project by adding more training data so that the predictions became more accurate. I also fixed some input errors and adjusted the scratch code and design to make sure the responses was correct. This whole process is exactly what experimenting is about, trying different approaches, testing results, and step by step improving the project until it works the way we want. So let's check your understanding with a quick quiz. Question number 1 is, what is number classification in machine learning? So you have 5 seconds to guess the correct answer and your time starts now. I hope you guessed the correct answer, and the correct answer is option C. Second question, which of the following are applications of number classification in machine learning? Again, you have 5 seconds to guess the correct answer and your time starts now. So the correct answer is option D. Then third question is, bias is defined as, and your time starts now. So the correct answer is option C. Question number 4 is, how can bias affect everyday decisions? So again you have 5 seconds and your time starts now. So the correct answer is option C. Question number 5. Which of the following is a valid example of data row for number classification in the hydration project? Your time starts now. And the correct answer is option B. Question number 6. What can you do using machine learning for kids in a number classification project? And your time starts now. I hope you guessed the correct answer. The correct answer is option D. And the last question, can this code run for the prediction level high? Say yes or no and give a reason. So the code is given below and you have 5 seconds to guess the correct answer and your time starts now. So the correct answer is yes. The code checks if the level is high using the if block. If your temperature and physical activity are high, the sprite will say your hydration is low, you should drink water now. Alright, so that's all for today guys. In this video, we explored how to build a hydration reminder using machine learning for kids. We trained a model with examples labeled low, medium and high hydration levels, connected it with Scratch and wrote code so that our sprite could predict hydration and remind us when to drink water. In the next video, we will move on to lesson 4, where we will create a dog and cat image classifier project, another fun way to explore how AI can recognize and classify images. So, this is Aniket signing off. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.